So this part I'm recording one more time because somehow I deleted my old recording, and what I have found that I don't have this part. So again I'm recording this. Okay, so here we are in swap context. So let's start the code. So we'll type RAFC and we have to import couple of things from React, use state, use effect. We have to import the our ether and big number that's coming from ether's package, and we have to import the, let's say, web3 model which we have already installed, and that's coming from web3 model. Come here, remove this part, and let's do the internal import. So we're going to import couple of things. So first thing, we have to import the, as you remember that we have created all those functions in our API feature, and from there we're going to import. So these are the utils API feature, and here we have that we are inside the API feature, and here you can see we have all these function: connect wallet, connect on the buttons, and we have connecting with this each of these contracts. So we have to simply copy each of this function, and that's what we have to call in our context. So let's come here. What I have done, I have simply copy and paste the entire function which we are exporting from our API features. That's what I have here, and you can see it's looking absolutely fine. And let's come here, and now we have to import. So we want to import our interface, so IWTH ABI, and we have to import the ERC20 API, and that's coming from the context. So hope this makes sense. You guys can understand from where we are getting these all functions and all the files. So that's the only setup we have to do, and now we have to create our context. So export const, we have to create our context, swap token context, and that's coming from create context, React create context. This is the context we have, and now we have to create our provider. So const export const swap context provider, and inside that we're going to pass the children, and here we have to pass the data. So we want to return, and what we want to return, can you guess? Because this is the same thing which we are following in other project. So we have to pass this swap context dot provider, and inside that we have to pass the children. So children, and here we have to pass the value. So whatever data we'll pass here, that would be available to us in the entire application. So that's looking fine to me. So what we can do here, we're going to take a variable. So just for example, I'll go and I will pass a variable which I'm not going to use right now, but this is how you can do. You can define any variable and you can pass in the value, and that value is available in your context in the entire applications. So that's the setups which we have done for our swap context, and that's a very simple thing which we have done. And that looks pretty fine to me. That's all the setup we have here. And now let's come here, go to this pages, and inside the pages we have this API, and you can see as I already recorded this part, but somehow I deleted that. So that's few codes are already there. So this is the context which we have already set. So here we are importing our context, and that's coming from our swap context. So this is the provider we have, and that's what we are wrapping our entire application. So we have already done this setup, and that's the only thing you have to do in this part. Make sure to follow the exact thing, because from the next video you will have the normal flow, because this is the part was deleted and I have to re-record this video to fix this one. So that's the only configuration you have to do right now in your context, so you can continue working. So with that, I'm ending this video because that's the only thing I want to re-record, and I want to show you guys that these are the contexts you have to do the settings before we start actually writing the functionality for fetching the data. With that said, see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.